back to Prime Time, y'all, and I'm back at it again with another story time. But before we get into the story time, go ahead and get your meal, your drink, your blunts, or your snack, and tell your man or sneaky link that you will has called them back, because Prime just dropped another story time. So, okay, y'all, welcome to the last and final part. Ooh, I wish I could sing, because, oh my goodness. Ooh, that sound was real scratchy. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyways, so part 3. We gonna call part 3. What we gonna call him? We gonna call him Thor, because he kind of low-key look like he gave Odin's son. He gave Thor cousin. Like, baby, he was built. He was built. He was kind of like a beefy, muscle-bound. He's like one of those strong big dudes. Like, not, I'm talking about not no like abs or nothing, but like he big and got muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like, big and beefy. Picture a big and beefy man, real strong muscles, but like, you know, some stomach. Not too much stomach, but like, you know, just think of probably like a buff Santa Claus. Oh, that is not a good example. Damn. Scratch that. Scratch that. Like I said, think of Thor, but without the abs, right? Just a little bit of daddy stomach, okay? Fine man, and like, he was balding a little bit. Mind you, he was I would say he was about 30. Yeah, he was about 30. Because that's what his profile said on his Tinder. Mind you, y'all, I'm on Tinder. Yes. This was like my first Tinder hookup. This was my first Tinder hookup, y'all. And y'all probably surprised, like, what, bitch? You have never got you a hookup off Tinder. As many hookups as you done did? Yes, y'all. Because I tried to sign up for Tinder when I was 17, and Tinder banned me. But, you know, they had banned me on my own phone, my old phone. So now that I got a new phone, I had to end up downloading Tinder again. And, you know, I've been doing some left, some right, some left and rights. And he just so happened to be somebody I swiped the right one, and he swiped right on me. And we spent a lot of time talking. I'm talking about, we was talking for like a week or a little bit over a week. Anyways, we were talking for a little bit. I don't really remember, because mind you, y'all, this happened in early May. We were talking for a good little minute, and you know, he even has changed Snapchat. So at this point, we're not even talking on Tinder. We haven't been talking on Tinder for a while, baby. We've been on Snapchat, okay? And baby, when I tell you, he has some good news. And I want to say he was probably like 6'3", like he was as tall as my man. He was tall. He was tall, white, like I said, giving Thor's cousin, real strong, muscle bound, but no abs, like he's just strong and big. So I'm like, okay, cool. And you know, baby, I want to say that meat, now in the pictures, his meat was looking like 7. But in person, hold on, I'm moving too fast. Anyways, so after part 2 that happened, you know, I done got in the shower. You know, by the time I get out, that's when, you know, Thor's cousin, we just gonna call him Thor. So that's when Thor was like, you know, what's up? What you doing today? And I'm like, oh, nothing. You know, I just got out the shower. And he was like, well, can I come over? And I'm like, damn, we've been talking for this long. I hate to curve him, but I already invited 2 men over, right? The first one done fell through. The second one was real good. Like, I can still feel him back there. Like, my hole is still kind of sore. But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, because, you know, he's so fine. Like, he was so fine to me. Even though, like, he was balding and he just was fine. A fine man, at least to me. I know y'all probably, with the description, I didn't give the best description, but y'all, I wish I could show y'all pictures, because he was just, oh my goodness, I did so bad on that description, but y'all, he was fine. Believe me when I say he was fine, y'all, he was fine, even with the balding. Okay? And I know this sounds crazy because you don't ever describe nobody fine and got some balding going on. But he is the exception. Exception. Damn, see, I can't even say it right because it don't even sound right. But he was different. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. So, plus I'm like, this is my first Tinder hookup if we do hook up. So I kind of did it for the plot. Plus I'll be like, 3 men in 1 day? You know what? Why the fuck not? You know, 30 times the charm. So, boom. He telling me he gonna be here in like 15 minutes because he already in my city. I'm like, what? Mind you, he in the Quad City area too. So I'm like, damn, you know, all these men from the Quad City area. That's usually where all the men be at. The fine men, should I say. That's usually where they be. So, you know, I'm all clean, I'm all fresh, baby. I put on a whole different new jock strap. Because the other one is all wet and messed up and got a little bit of nut on it. And just, we got to get rid of that one, okay? Put on a whole different new towel, okay? Whole different new towel. So I'm like, okay, cool. We ready to go for the next one. So at this point, I'm feeling low-key like a brothel because we done already had somebody over. Prior to that. I mean, but that one, you know what? If you didn't watch part 1, you need to go watch part 1. Because I'm not going to keep talking about what happened in part 1. Go watch part 1. Then part 2. And then you can watch this one. Or, if you don't, then you're going to miss out on some good tea. But anyway, this is the last piece of the saga. So, anyways, 15 minutes pass. He gets here. Yo, he looks even better in person than in his pictures. So I'm really gagged. So it looks like he kind of like grew some of his hair out because in the pictures he was balding a little bit. But like, it looked like, I don't know if he was like some Bosley or I don't know. But you know, I mean, it was still pretty thin. You know, still a little thinny. But he was still looking good to me. I was like, ooh. Goodness, mind you, he's tall. I mean, that's how I like him. You know, because I love to climb trees, honey. So, tell him to take his shoes off at the door, baby. I do not play about shoes in my apartment. Take your shoes off at the door. At the door. So, that's what he did. He tells me, you know, it smells good in here. Because that's, usually they always say how it smells good once they get in here. Because I want to say my apartment building itself, it stank. Because I got some trifling ass neighbors. I don't know which one it is, but one of my neighbors are trifling. And they don't clean their motherfucking shit. And so the hallway itself stinks. So when they get in here, they be shook because they get hit with all these fresh ass, good smelling ass scents. And they're like, oh my gosh. Like when people walk in here, they don't even know I got cats because, baby, I keep it cute. Mind you, I can tell that my cat's a little irritated because I can hit them like behind the door, like doing some scuffling and shit. But they not going crazy how they was going crazy in part 1. At least Kyle isn't. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I can trust this man. But if he would have went crazy like he did in part 1, I would have got scared and had to tell his ass to go too. Because, I don't know. Like I said, animals know when shit is not right. And, let me not backtrack. Anyway. So, you know, we head to my room. And, you know, we start kissing. But this is a different whole type of kiss. Like, you know, he got thin lips. Okay, so at this point now I just recently got swallowed. Now I'm doing the swallowing again. So I'm like, okay. So I gotta kind of take the lead on this one because, you know, I'm doing the swallowing. But I'm not trying to do like, baby, I don't really be like, I know how my lips feel because, you know, my boyfriend told me. So I'm like, okay. I know how to really lead the kiss where it don't feel like I'm swallowing too much. So I'm kissing him. It's decent. It's decent because, like I said, the lips is thin. It's decent. And, you know, we get undressed and y'all, his body. Now, that's a realistic human man body that he had. Like I said, muscle bound, big, and beefy. He was so sexy. And, baby, the chest hair. Just thinking about it now getting me a little hot. Like, he was just so sexy. And then when he took off his pants and then his underwear, oh my goodness. You know, when he laid down on the bed just in his underwear, baby, he let me do the honors of pulling that underwear off. I pulled that underwear down. Mind you, I could tell he was hard in there. and all we did was kiss. So, you know, I pull it down, and baby, the way that meat flopped out and just boom, hit his stomach. Oh my goodness. Y'all, it was sexy. It was. You know, I'm a fan of abs, but honey, a little stomach don't ever scare me, baby. He was hot to me. So sexy. So, baby, but like I said, he took the best news I've ever seen in mankind, because it was his meat. Or maybe it was Photoshop. Who knows? It was his meat, but it looked a little bit smaller in person. I want to say it was probably like 5 inches. But in the pictures, it was giving like 6.5, maybe even 7, depending on the angle. But it was still cute and his. So I could tell, like, this is his meat, right? So, you know, baby, I just started slurping on him. Mind you, beautiful blonde bush. Slurping on it, just slurping on that meat, y'all. And he tasted so good, like so good. I don't know what, you know, he took a shower in, but it was almost like it was flavored. It was like he just tasted good and manly. I don't know if he just took a shower with some Old Spice. I don't know. He just tasted so good. So, you know, I'm just slurping him up, and y'all, the way he is moaning and talking nasty. Now, he is the type of man I love to give head to. And like those type of men who be moaning and talking nasty, baby, my jaw don't get tired with y'all. The way y'all be powering my jaw, baby, he had to pull me off that meat after about 2 minutes, because he said he was about to bust, because baby, I was going crazy. Let me tell you, the way he was talking. So he pulled me off like, oh, I'm about to nut. I'm like, oh, my bad. I mean, that's what I want, but I know what you came for. So, baby, he talking about sit on his face. I was like, oh, okay. Bon appetit. And I sat down. So, you know, I sat down, you know, he rubbing my nipples, because I had told him, because we done been talking for so long that, you know, my nipples was my weakness. Baby, he rubbing my nipples while I'm sitting on his face. Oh, y'all, it was just so good. Just so good. And, you know, I'm like, oh my goodness. So, you know, I'm bricked up, leaking on his forehead with my pre-cum. I'm like, goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. So, at this point, I'm real nice and open. Plus, I'm still a little sore still from the African French king. And he just got me ready again. So I'm like, okay, come on, just get inside me, because I can't take no more of this. Like, at this point, this feels like a tease, because he was really doing his job, and I just really want him inside me. Like, so, baby, he puts me in missionary, but I'm not scared to go in missionary with him, because he don't got no big piece. Like, he got a nice average piece. So, baby, I ain't scared. I just knew that I was about to have a good time. So, baby, he stick that meat up in me, baby, after he put on his condom. Mind you, I had to get I couldn't use my big condoms, because can I show? Matter of fact, yeah. So I got 2 different condoms that I use on particular men. You know, on my averages, I use my trusted, baby. Y'all see this? My trusted. I could trust that she gonna hold it down and get the job done with my averages, okay? So if we ever link up and I pull this out, it's no shade, but you part of the average gang, and that's okay. That's okay, because I like messing with y'all. That's why I got a lot of these. But I got a few for my big pieces of meat. This is the one that I used on the African King, because baby, yeah, honey. For the big pieces, I gotta pull this one out. So anyway, so you know, I pulled out my trusted. You know, he put it on. I want to say it was orange, which that's what I don't like about the trusted. I don't like how they be like different colors sometimes, and I'm like, ugh. I don't know, because I'm like, you don't know which color you gonna get, and sometimes the color's gonna turn you off, because it's not like it glows or nothing. And it was like neon orange. And it just looked so weird on his pale skin. So I was like, okay, fuck it. You know, anyway, I put the condom on him because he wanted me to put it on him, which I thought was hot. But, you know, I was struggling to put it on him for a little bit, but, you know, he helped me, and then we get it done. And so, anyways, now I'm in missionary. And baby, you know, he look at me in my eyes. I'm looking at him in his eyes. And baby, he put that meat in me. Y'all, it felt good. It slipped right on in. He didn't even need to be patient because, like, the African King done did what he needs to do. So, you know, I'm already a little bit open, okay? Plus, with the way he was eating me out, I'm real open at this point. So, baby, it was just a little... I just instantly swallowed it. So, I was like, damn, this is probably how it'd be easy for these loosey-gooseys. Because at this point, I'm loosey-goosey. Which, don't think I'm loosey-goosey right now. Because, baby, that's snapback. But in this moment, in this time, I was loosey-goosey. Okay? So, it easily went in. So, he looking at me. Like, it was almost like a hate fuck for a second, the way he started pounding my shit. I'm like, damn. So he pounded my shit. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? Is he mad or something? Like, what happened at home or something? Or, I don't know. But it was like, the way his face was looking, like, it was almost like some rage or something. I was like, what the fuck? But it was hot at the same time. But he was really taking out some aggression on a bitch. I'm like, damn, it must have been a minute since the last time he done fucked somebody. Any motherfucking way. We start hunching. Real hard. Just beating my shit. I'm like, ooh. It's to the point where I can feel it. Because at first, I'm like, I'm loosey-goosey, so it was just slipping right on in. And I mean, I was feeling it, but it wasn't like, oh shit, I'm feeling it. But it was getting to the point where, oh shit, I'm feeling it because he beating it so hard. So I'm like, ooh. So baby, after about a good 5 minutes of that, and you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, hold on. Let's get in a different position. So, you know, I tried to ride him, which was really hot because, you know, he was rubbing my nipples while I was riding him. And he was talking nasty. And at this point, like, his face is back to normal. He not doing all that. Look, like that crazy rage stare that he was doing in that missionary. I don't know. Maybe it felt like a workout to him. But I don't know. He not doing all that what he was doing. So at this point, like, you know, I'm trying to slow down the pace, keep it all sexy, cool. You know what I'm saying? Do a little, you know, work my magic. You know, he liking it. You know, we talking back and forth, a little banter even. Like, he's a funny dude. I was telling him, stop, don't make me laugh, because if we start kikiing in this bitch, like, my dick gonna get soft. I mean, I love to laugh, but during sex, look, don't be making no jokes, because, baby, you make that one joke. I'm gonna continue to think about that one joke, especially if it was funny. And he was a funny-ass dude. So I'm like, stop, please. Let's finish first. Shit. If you ain't saying nothing nasty, shut up. But anyway, I'm riding him for a little bit. Then after that, then, you know, we get in my favorite position, laying down dog, and baby, he go back to beating it up, but at the same time, not as hard as he was doing the missionary. And you know, he licking on my neck, kissing on my neck. I'm like, ooh. And at this point, he's sweating. I mean, sweating down hard. So I'm getting like a little bit disgusted, to be honest, because like, yeah, you know, I love my man to get like, you know, a little sweat on. He's a little sweat on, right? But at the same time, when it gets to the point where, baby, you're dripping sweat, I be like, you know? Because, I mean, I keep it pretty, you know, temperatured in my humble abode. But at the same time, it was not that hot in here. But maybe because I just wasn't putting in that much work, you know, as the bottom. But damn. I mean, goodness, he was sweating hard, bitch. You would have thought he was in a Sahara Desert. I mean, just dripping on the bitch. I'm like, damn, should I get another motherfucking towel? But before I could give me another motherfucking towel, you talking about something. Damn, I'm finna nut. I'm like, okay, you know, go ahead and nut. You know, as I'm getting dripped on, like, damn. I'm like, oh my God, I know this shit is going in my hair too. Like, oh my goodness. Even though this is outside the story time, but I want to say 2 days later, I ended up getting like a motherfucking pimple on my fucking neck because he was sweating on my neck so much and shit. But that's how much he was sweating. I ended up getting a motherfucking pimple back there. But anyway, back to the story time. You know, he busted his nut in the condom. And, y'all, when he put that condom out, baby, he nutted a lot. So it must have been a minute since he last time let himself go. Because, whoa, baby, the way he filled that motherfucking pocket, baby, I was like, ooh. I was excited to take it off of him because I wanted to hold it up to like, see how much it was. Baby, it was heavy. Yes, it was heavy. And, you know, he ended up trying to make me nut again. So it took me a little bit to nut. So at this point, like, it's taking me like 10 minutes of us just kissing. Mind you, he had to wipe himself off because he was just sweating so fucking much to the point where, like, none of my towel just couldn't even take it. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta wash my motherfucking sheets. I didn't want to wash my motherfucking sheets just yet, but I'm like, I gotta wash my motherfucking sheets. Anyway, so he looking on my nipple like he doing his thing, trying to get me to nut. I mean, he was doing a good job. It's just that I nutted recently with the African King, so you know, it was taking me a little minute. But you know, after about a good 10 minutes, and I'm glad he was patient with the bitch, because usually once a dude nut, they really don't care whether you nut or not. But he did, and I'm grateful for that. Shout out to Thor. Okay. But he did his thing. You know, I buzzed, but baby, it was just a little bit. I literally probably nutted like 3-4 drops. And that was that. I'm glad he didn't question it, because then I was going to be honest and just tell him, because baby, I don't ever lie. I'm going to just go ahead and be like, yeah, I had somebody here just 30 minutes ago. Like, no shade. But I'm glad he didn't. So, but it was a little weak ass night. It was so sad. It was so sad because I really didn't have that much time to recharge. But it was a good time. I definitely would love to see him again, for sure. But yeah, y'all. I want to say after that we laid and talked for like a few minutes, to the point where like my boyfriend had got home and they even conversated for a little bit. Or not really conversated, but introduced to each other, right? Because he was there that long. He was literally just laying in my bed because he was like so burnt out, so tired. Like, this bussy really gave him a full workout, clearly. Like, I hope he went home and showered immediately. Shit, hell, I should have offered to let him shower in my shit because he was sweating so goddamn much. But yeah, y'all, that concludes this saga as well as this story of how I hooked up with 3 men in 24 hours. But yeah, y'all, if you made it through this whole story, and not just this whole story, if you made it through this whole saga, baby, I love you. And make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and please hit that notification bell on the side so you will be notified the next time I upload. And I will see you again on another Prime Time.